It's week 40 of a year of wisdom. Let's get to reading. Day 277. Job 4. Then Eliphaz the Temanite spoke up. If one speaks to you, will you mind? Yet who could keep from speaking? You've given moral instruction to many. You have firmed up feeble hands. Your words have supported those who were stumbling, and you have strengthened the weak-kneed. But now it comes to you and you're impatient. At the first touch, you're in shock. Isn't your fear of God your assurance, and the integrity of your ways your hope? Think back. What innocent person has perished? Since when are the upright destroyed? What I see is that those who plow sin and sow trouble reap just that. At a breath from God, they perish. At a blast from his anger, they're consumed. The lion may growl, the king lion may roar, but that old lion's teeth are broken. So the lion succumbs from lack of prey, and the lion's cubs are scattered. For a word was stealthily brought to me. My ear caught only a whisper of it. In passing thoughts flashing through visions at night, when sleep lies heavy on people. A shiver of horror came over me. It made all my bones tremble. Then a spirit passed in front of my face. The hair of my flesh stood on end. It stood still, but I couldn't make out its appearance. Yet the form stayed there before my eyes. Then I heard a subdued voice. Can a human be seen by God as righteous? Can a mortal be pure before his Maker? God doesn't trust his own servants. He finds fault even with his angels. Much more those living in houses of clay, whose foundation is in the dust. They are crushed more easily than a worm. Shattered between morning and evening, they perish forever, and no one takes notice. Their cord within them is pulled up. Then they die, without ever gaining wisdom. Proverbs or Mishlei 4. Listen, children, to a father's instruction. Pay attention in order to gain insight. For I'm giving you good advice. So don't abandon my teaching. For I too was once a child to my father, and my mother too thought of me as her special darling. He too taught me, he said to me, let your heart treasure my words. Keep my commands and live. Gain wisdom, gain insight. Don't forget or turn from the words I'm saying. Don't abandon wisdom, then she will preserve you. Love her and she will protect you. The beginning of wisdom is get wisdom. And along with all you're getting, get insight. Cherish her and she will exalt you. Embrace her and she will bring you honor. She will give your head a garland of grace, bestow on you a crown of glory. Listen, my son, receive what I say, and the years of your life will be many. I'm directing you on the way of wisdom, guiding you in paths of uprightness. When you walk, your step won't be hindered, and if you run, you won't stumble. Hold fast to discipline, don't let it go. Guard it, for it is your life. Don't follow the path of the wicked or walk on the way of evildoers. Turn away from it and pass on. For they can't sleep if they haven't done evil. They're robbed of sleep unless they make someone fall. For they eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. But the path of the righteous is like the light of dawn, shining ever brighter until full daylight. The way of the wicked is like darkness. They don't even know what makes them stumble. My son, pay attention to what I'm saying. Incline your ear to my words. Don't let them out of your sight. Keep them deep in your heart. For they are life to those who find them, and health to their whole being. Above everything else, guard your heart, for it is the source of life's consequences. Keep crooked speech out of your mouth. Banish deceit from your lips. Let your eyes look straight ahead. Fix your gaze on what lies in front of you. Level the path for your feet. Let all your ways be properly prepared. Then deviate neither right or left, and keep your foot far from evil. Ecclesiastes or Kohelet 4. But I turned away and thought about all the kinds of oppression being done under the sun. I saw the tears of the oppressed, and they had no one to comfort them. The power was on the side of their oppressors, and they had no one to comfort them. So I considered the dead happier because they were already dead than the living, who must still live their lives. But happier than either of them is the one who has not yet been born, because he has not yet seen the evil things that are done under the sun. Next, I realized that all effort and achievement stem from one person's envy or another. This too is futility and feeding on wind. Fools fold their arms together and eat their own flesh away. Better an armload with tranquility than both arms full of effort and feeding on wind. Then I turned my attention to something else under the sun that is pointless. The situation in which a solitary individual without a companion, with neither son nor brother, keeps on working endlessly but never has enough wealth. For whom, he should ask, am I working so hard and denying myself pleasure? This too is truly pointless, a sorry business. Two are better than one in that their cooperative efforts yield this advantage. If one of them falls, the other will help his partner up. Woe to him who is alone when he falls and has no one to help him up. Again, if two people sleep together, they keep each other warm. But how can one person be warm by himself? Moreover, an attacker may defeat someone who is alone, but two can resist him. And a three-stranded cord is not easily broken. Better a youth who is poor but wise than a king who is old but foolish, no longer willing to listen to advice. True, he rose from prison to be king, yet while ruling he became poor. I observed that all who live and walk under the sun took the side of the youth mentioned first, who would rule in the place of the king, and that no limit was set for the number of his subjects. Nevertheless, those who come afterward will not regard him highly. This too is certainly pointless in feeding on wind. Watch your step when you go to the house of God. Offering to listen is better than fools offering sacrifices, because they don't discern whether or not they're doing evil. And, as always, thank you so much for being here today. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button right there, and click the bell if you want to get notifications, and make sure to hit that like button for me too. And I will see you tomorrow. Maranatha. I know without a doubt you'll carry me out of the storm. I'm standing at the crossroads, I'm lost without a clue. I need a big pink neon sign to show me what to do. I thank you, Lord, it glorifies you when you're the only answer. I praise you, Lord, for holding what's too much for me. And I'm amazed by you, Lord, because nothing's too big and nothing's too small to lay at your feet.